L1 230. Got Grove Road level crossing in Nottinghamshire. No idea. I'll have a look. Yeah, 5 car. Ex-Harrogate. (10:57) Thursday the 10th of April 2025 for the 10:58 LNER resumer from Harrogate to London King's Cross.
Right, okay.
Plus I scream at an invisible child across the field that don't know who I am and can't see me. He's over at Botany Bay with the previous train.
Coming back from wherever Retford is.
That way. Towards the turn in the house that you can't see through. This side's a complete bollock for either side because you can't see anything. But then you can't see to station in the corner of that end because of the bushes and the way it corners.
Yeah.
So all you got for good bet is the down off side, face the field for trains from the south.
Yeah.
So main line's orientated the wrong way round. Up is down and down is up. If you're going south, you're going fucking sideways. At north, you get thrown to the Skelter. Will also be staying down for the 11:02 LNER service from London King's Cross to Harrogate.
Zoom in again.
With its short platforms, any customers for the final stop will need to be in the back, the front 7 carriages because of overland off Leeds, but the back 4 for Horsforth.
What's it, a zoom in?
Yeah, 9 car. There's a 5 coming and the 9 to replace it. Be up after this. No, we won't. A61 at Torworth. They'll be keeping us down again.
Yeah.
And that's an awkward road with no pavements down there. Right, they'll be passing together. Just about. Southbound 800 210. Thought that dog over there was a pig then. Heading northbound. 800 112. For London and Harrogate. Yep. Grand Central's too close because he's at Barnby Moor. So next, the 11:02 Grand Central service from Sunderland to London King's Cross. Well, that's not affecting us. Avanti West Coast has posted that there's a bridge bash between Piccadilly and Stockport. So that's the massive viaduct bridge between the stations.
That don't affect us.
No. Ah, fuck. Well, Stockport without both those, but it still knew what I meant. Cheers, Google. Booker mate, A61, yeah, then there's a gap. There's nothing else in immediate reach but HO2 over at Norrell Lane near Newark. Paragon, he's under Carlton control at the moment. He'll transfer to Ranskill as soon as he passes Egmanton. And then by that time, we'll be almost going straight down, as we're the first this side on the post at Ranskill Gatebox. Then they've got Barnby Moor. Now then they've got Botany Bay, Barnby Moor, Torworth, and themselves, and then they pass it to Doncaster at Rossington.
Yeah.
Right. This one's easy. If you don't see the number, but you know the nameplate's James Herriot. That's if it's fully formed, because we've still got 1, 3, 6, 9, and 14 in the same fucking consist. Now it's building a little bit. Take me home to the place I belong. But it's not West Virginia though. Here we are. James Herriot 18112. For London King's Cross. Right, come on, thank you. be the Hull heading north. Well, this will be 2 as well then, but let's start some mean to go on. 11:04 for the 11:10 Hull Trains Paragon service from London King's Cross to Hull, and the 11:07 LNER Resumer service from Edinburgh to London King's Cross. That was a fucking tractor. How's this drain been here? It looks somewhat new, and I don't remember it when I was followed earlier in the year. Weirder things, I guess. Never stand that close, you'll fucking blow your face out. One from each. A Zoomer from me, 5-car Paragon from you. Currently, it'll be the Paragon first, to then go into platform 2 to call. Yeah, Northern's just now tweeted about the road vehicle bonking a bridge between Manchester, Piccadilly and Stockport. What on? Someone's moving a fucking... What on earth is that? Yeah, we'll have ages to that other one. If we recall, a year ago back now, before LNER chopped it, Echo 06 was the Glasgow train. On its way heading up. Right, Paragon behind you at Gampston and Eton. But we'll be staying down for the other one because he's nowhere at Barnby Moor. Now, who's this? Oh, lovely. Oh, very lovely. It's the one that's pretending to be a caller. 802303. Lander Green Ginger Bits. Waiting for the next one that's just now at Botany Bay on his approach to the railway station. Any more for any more? Nothing in reach that way, nothing in reach the other way. So yeah, this is the next one. It will last for this closure. How long I spend here today, I don't know. That's a different story. We do have a driver train movement for DB cargo about 11:26 running late from Haringey. Then later on, there's a stock move via here in the high level of of a fucking... What the fuck do they call them? 465 scrap move. The Southeastern Metro train. That should be probably up to 37884. I don't know if it's out to Ely at the minute. It's an Ely Rotherham, and Rotherham booths don't tend to take much anymore. The last I knew that they took, I'm pretty sure, was a Pacer, and they've taken nothing to my knowledge since. It's long past the station, be here shortly. And the last one. Station 1203. It's now 19 minutes past 11 for the 20 minutes past 11 LNER service from London King's Cross to Aberdeen. Abracadabradine. Boring. Eh?
Which way?
That one, where you're looking.
So it's coming through?
Yeah. Right. After this one, it gets as busy as the last closure. Or even the one we started with. Because following this, there is 4 trains due roughly at the same time.
That's useful.
And they'll be staying for the lot of those in the next closure. Every last one. Yeah, it's not too bad. Be good if we owned a little camper van or something like that. Light refreshments in between trains. Yeah, little tuck shop. Yeah, it used to be. It must have been closed about 10-15 years ago now, and then signed over to Ranskill Box there. Because then when they go, it's probably when Donny PSB closes and it all moves to York. But I'm sure Donny PSB is moving to the other side of the station. Because you wouldn't randomly start removing cladding off an old building if it wasn't going to not be used anymore. And you wouldn't build another random labelled building the other side of the station for no purpose. Although the PSB was due to close maybe a few years ago anyway. But like everything else, it's been delayed. Even the resignaling of Sleaford. That was due 2012, 2019. That's been shelved because no one's going to pay for it. My resignaling, shelved. No one's going to pay for it. Right, I'll be up there at the foot crossing shortly. Alright. Yeah, just this one in this. The 66 has been looped at Carlton. There he is, to let a passenger train by. And he was not due to sit at Carlton, but because he's 20 minutes late, and he's got a train behind him, he'll be behind DO9 in the closure after this. And 107. Aberdeen. They're very good with it today. We've only just got control of this bloody other train. £11.27 for the 11.28 LNER service from Edinburgh to London King's Cross. The 11.27 Intercity 225 service from London King's Cross to Leeds. The 11.11 DB cargo service from Haringey to Belmont. And the 11.32 LNER resumer from Leeds to London King's Cross. So there's about 4. Will it be all 4? Because 3's guaranteed, but I don't know where the 4th one will be. Yeah, it's just appeared now over at Rossington, so this should be 4.
I'm showing back up here actually.
Right, just be careful. If you go off of a titch, you're going onto fucking concrete. The nearest hospital's a few miles away in Rampton. Your way. Yeah, London Leeds. God almighty. So I've just found a post I can't describe because I'll get banned. But because it's man on man, the comments are shaming the man. Which one? We're victims too, love. I don't really care who's in the government. We didn't have this before. But I know we are completely fucking clapped whatever happens at the local elections in May that originally this government wanted to cancel. Because there was a list that came out about 8 weeks ago saying which ones weren't happening. But now we've got active candidates in them, so they are happening again. We've never been in a worse position. Let's look at it that fucking way. EO7! I think that was 801219. Let's have a look. 218. Close enough. We'll count it. So next the 225, the Azuma, and the 66. Because what else would DB be using for training? Most of their fucking 67s are with Trackside candidate for the Gerald runs and the other Mark IV services. So here's the 225 set coming up on Delta 09. No 127. 82 something 5. Well, that's lucky. The next train's approaching pretty quickly as well. Your way. Here we go again, guys. It was within the same minute, but because there's no traffic, we can't scream words at it. Focusing properly and thinking back, that's almost the sort of alarm tone that was featured in Old Sam with the Signal Man. Most people have seen that now. It's now 11:32 for the 11:11 DB cargo service from Haringey to Belmont and the 11:32 LNER Azuma from Leeds to London King's Cross. EMR's only just mentioned about engineering works taking place next weekend at Stockport. That'll put EMR down the length of the Hope Valley via New Mills and then roam through Reddish. It also means the parliamentary train can't run if it's at Stockport because the Stockport Staley Bridge terminates in the bay platform at Stockport, which is obviously facing Manchester side. That's the next A25 first, then the shed that's obviously only going slow because max speed of it will be fucking 60 to 75. I don't know what the max is they can run when they're load less. But it is load less. So it was some training job because it ran yesterday and all. It's booked in the whole of this week. Well, there's that shed in the very distance near Gampston and Eton. Here's the Azuma for London. 102. Oh, I could read that right then. Let's just wait for the slowest train. Which if it hit triple figures, it'd fucking fall apart. Currently up by the old emergency crossover that I don't know if it's still in situ or not. I doubt it is because you could just cross over at the railway station instead. Anything else? Yeah, right. So that Hull Coles, that's absolutely fine. So next is him after this. So we've got a little while because he'll be in the platform before these are thrown.
Is it like loco?
It looks like it to me.
Yeah, there it is.
Is that 66? So that ain't a skip. There's barely any left at Totem because they're in fucking Wales. English, Welsh, Scottish trains. Well, he's not here. He's probably eating all the pies in Deal. Yeah, I see it. Strangest of things, this. You never usually get a light loco down this way. Not often anyway, unless it's the fucking 47 Thunderbird. But freight-wise itself, you barely get a sausage. It's a 6188 for Bellman.
Good boy. Sorry.
Good boy.
Good boy. Bit even a guy, I don't know. But he stopped.
That's tight though. Have to fucking admit. If your calculations were 2 millimeters the other fucking way, you'd be saying bye bye telephone.
It was tighter at Doncaster, Ings Road, I had to think.
You had to think when it was last really tight. 1140, the 1141 Hull Trains Paragon service from Hull to London King's Cross. After this one's gone, you can loosen up again. Okay, this one's from t'other way there.
Okay.
BB gun. Yeah, after this is the long walk back. Would spend longer, but we've got that stock move later on to worry about and then getting back.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did a couple of hours here once when I drove out. Fucking hell.
Didn't even have breakfast this morning. Don't know why. I wasn't
Breakfast.
hungry.
I never do. I don't usually get out afterwards.
Wasn't hungry this morning, so
You will be now.
here I am. That's why I brought the topic up. Just vibrating a bit there, look.
He's vibrating again, everybody. Needs to be stabled out. Then the chance of that is fucking snow on Christmas and it never happens.
It did 2005.
There was also a massive thick bunch, maybe 10 years ago. I found someone's debit card in the snow. Couldn't hand it into the cot box and open for 2 weeks.
What, the police weren't open for 2 weeks?
Yeah, and now the box is de-staffed because the government cut it and this one won't reinstate it. So it's now a PCSO base for the local school, but you never see the PCSOs for it. It's usually now completely de-staffed, so much so there's now a poster outside saying please use telephone to contact South Park, which is where the whole base moved to. So now it's useless and that telephone doesn't even work.
These are new barriers.
But in January last year,
Yeah, they're still relatively new.
I know the other ones were a little bit of a pigsty.
Did you see Grimsby's?
I know, they've not been in long. 2016 it must be. Not even 10 years yet.
Absolute mess. Lights
Why has he not left for station yet? He's now late. We've been down for 3 minutes for it. Ample time.
Maybe there's a track fault or something.
Oh, don't talk fucking wet.
You said yourself on the approach of this, hopefully nothing goes fuck up.
No, but something has. If you come here, it's gone wrong on the Snow Hill line. So if we was down that way, we would be fucked.
Yeah, we need
Starbridge
to-
and Worcester.
We need to make sure nothing like that happens when we are... might want to move out the way, there's a van turning in. Or is it reversing? It's
It's
reversing.
an electric van as well. Still not left yet.
That's frustrating.
We would have long been cleared and he'd long have the road. There's nothing behind him, there's nothing in front of him the other way. So it's just him we're waiting for because there's nothing else. There's a 20-minute gap after this. which we're taking to leaving, that 20 will make it back in the town centre. Because currently we're as far away from the town this way as you can reasonably walk. Walk any further, you enter Gampston's little area, whatever it's called, that will be neighbourhood. And then you're heading towards the fucking main road of the 68 roundabout with the A1 and Markham.
Why do they move like that?
They're only thin anyway.
You call that thin?
Yes. Candly. You can bend a candle if it's thin as well.
It'll snap easily.
Exactly.
Could easily snap this though.
What is this stupid twat not left, Jet? Come on.
My eyes hurt. This sun's really hurting my eyes.
I bet. There's no train, guys. This will be him. We're trying again, everybody. Let's see if it'll leave now. Come on. They do. It's worse at fucking Tallington, up near Grantham and Peterborough. 11:48 for the delayed 11:41 Hull Trains Paragon service from Hull to London King's Cross. Yeah, it's just him. There's still fuck all else here. Next train after us at Newark. That car doesn't sound too healthy. It's chugging. One of the belts are catching on something. If my course taught me anything in sixth form, it's that cars have two belts, and one's the serpentine, and I can't remember the other one. You've got two on the engine side usually, then you've got your cam belt inside the camshaft. And that sounds like it could be that one. No delay reason in the system yet. Right, now he's left the railway station. So that's a delay of 9 minutes. Yeah, he sat in the station for 10 minutes. So it does mean there's 5 minutes until the train from the opposite direction. And he's currently at Grassthorpe. So if for some reason this takes another 2 minutes, they'll be keeping him down for it. A2304 William Wilberforce for London King's Cross. Delta 10 London Leeds 225 service.